Welcome everybody to today's team call. I'm a little bit winded because I just ran 15K before the call, and man, I'm pumped up and excited for this call. Today's call, it is May the 25th. Anybody know how many days we have left till Coach Summit in Nashville? It's gonna be freaking awesome. I can't wait for Nashville. So today, it's a holiday weekend. It's Memorial Weekend in the US. Last weekend was a holiday in Canada, and I just gotta say, I feel super blessed right off the bat to be talking to you guys today. 245 of you now on this call, 46, gonna keep going up, I guess. And I honestly have to tell you, I feel really blessed that I have a stage and an opportunity to talk to you, because when I started Beachbody, trust me guys, I had no team. Team Miguel was Team Miguel, that was it. And my wife, because I stole her credit card and signed her up as a coach. So I just feel really blessed that you've chosen to spend an hour or so with me today. And the way that I look at everything in life, the way that I look at going for lunch with someone, the way that I look at going for a coffee with someone is, I want to leave that meeting feeling like I made a difference in their life. I want to feel like I made an impact. And that's going to be no different today. So as Lindsay was messaging and asking people, who could do the call, I said I'd absolutely love to do it. And I think I have a pretty cool topic to talk about, something that I've learned a lot about in Beachbody in just a couple of years. So before I get into that, my journey kind of started, for those, how many of you are new coaches? It is recording, you betcha. How many of you are brand new coaches? Not by raising hands, because I can't see you, unfortunately. You can type down below. New coaches in the last month or two, maybe you haven't heard my story. So really quickly, for those of you that haven't heard my story and kind of why I'm talking to you guys today, I kind of fell into this just by fluke, guys. I found this by fluke. I had a transformation. I lost a ton of weight. I'm going to show you one of those pictures in a second. And after I did that, I just felt like I had to give back and I had to share that story with people. Along the way, looking back now at the past, I've gotten really good at helping my team rank advance. I've gotten really good at helping my team earn an income. I've gotten really good at, having success in Beachbody, not because I ever hoped to have success. Like when I look at that number on the screen, I still think it's surreal. I still feel like just yesterday I became a coach and Lindsay said, congratulations on becoming an Emerald Beachbody coach. And to look at that number, I know that I'm number 11 in the company out of that year, out of I think 270,000 coaches. I finished 11th in the company. Just blew my mind. Top male coach as well. It's just been totally crazy. And to be a top Canadian coach 3 years in a row. And also I can disclose that as of this Thursday, I will have earned over $500,000, just me, not my wife. I will have earned over $500,000 as a Beachbody coach. And I really just became a coach late 2012. So that's absolutely mind-blowing to me. So I'm not sharing that with you to brag. I'm sharing that with you because I want that for you. I want you to fully understand that what I'm going to share with you today, part of it is absolutely I want to motivate you and inspire you to reach higher and dream bigger. But also it's really like a reflection of the past 2.5 years, what I did and what I wish I would have done in the beginning when I started as a coach. Now, some of you will implement the stuff I'm about to share with you. How many of you would want to become a diamond coach in 7 days if you could? How many of you would love that? How many of you would love to rank advance almost every week? I'm going to share with you at the end of the call my exact step-by-step plan on how I would do it if I was signing up first, and just answer if you can hear me okay. And I'm gonna keep going here with the call. So okay, one person now. Is that any better? Can you hear me a little bit better now? Okay, so don't chat anymore. No more typing because typing freezes the call for some reason. So we're just going to keep going here, and hopefully the recording records. We just have too many people on the call now. So, alrighty. So let's get right into it before it freezes again. So, I love cars. I love cars. I've always loved cars. And one of the things that I did, and I'm going to talk about something actually to do with cars. I'm not just okay. Honestly, I've always wanted to do a presentation with cars in it. So I was thinking really hard, how could I fit in my dream car, a Lamborghini in red with black tires, totally my dream car. If you don't know, I love red. And so I started thinking about this whole thing about shifting your mindset. And it's actually a really important topic. You see, a lot of people, the biggest mistakes most people make in life is just like this car you see on the screen here. This car is incredibly fast. It can go well over 250 miles per hour, no problem. But here's the thing. It can go that fast. Just like a lot of you can become a diamond coach in 7 days. A lot of you can become an emerald coach in 24 hours. However, if you don't make the shifts that you need to make in your mind when it's time to make those shifts, you simply won't achieve your full potential. It's not possible. It's not possible. Just like this Lamborghini. This Lamborghini is freaking amazing. I know it's almost impossible to get in and out of the car, but I've studied this car like crazy. I've looked up YouTube videos on how to get out of the Lamborghini in case I ever see one and someone lets me get in the car. I won't look like an idiot. So I love Lamborghinis. But here's the thing. It can't go its top speed unless it shifts, right? It can get to about 68 miles per hour on its first. It starts redlining, probably not so good for the car, but you could totally get it there. However, no matter how hard you floor that amazing, beautiful machinery of a vehicle, it's not going to go much faster. And I promise you, nearly all of you on this call today are at some point or another going to fall, I have as well, going to fall into that trap where you're working so hard and the needle just doesn't seem to move, right? You're not going any faster. And the problem is you're not shifting your mindset. You know, just like a baby, what got a baby to walk isn't what's going to get a baby to run, isn't what's going to get a baby to ride a bike. It's not what's going to get that baby to college, right? What you need to do is shift and change and evolve. And so I'm going to go through with you what those shifts have to be in your business. And then I'm going to show you guys exactly what the step-by-step plan is that I would take to become a diamond coach in 7 business days. So this is the biggest thing. So I'm going to get into specifics of what all that is and what that means. But it really starts off with belief. That first year, when you become a new coach, everything is belief. Because this business, I'll be honest with you, is actually very simple. Okay, I was a computer programmer. I was in IT. I helped Fortune 500 companies deal with complex social media problems, questions. I was at the launch of some of the most amazing things on the planet. But here's the thing, and I can't talk about them because I signed a non-disclosure. But I've done a lot of complicated things. Beachbody, I'm telling you guys, I did this presentation at Coach Summit last year in front of about 3,000 of you during Lindsay's Big Shine presentation. And I said, I gave you guys examples of really hard things in life, right? How hard what it was for, Mother Teresa to give up everything she ever had in her life, her possessions, her brothers, her sisters, everything, just to go do good. How hard it was for Rosa Parks. I didn't talk about this at Summit, but how hard it was for Rosa Parks, someone to get yelled at, to say, move, you can't sit there, and she sat there no matter what. What if there was no Rosa Parks? What if there was no Mother Teresa? What if Nelson Mandela hadn't stayed alive, going to prison for 29 years and being stuck in there, not killing yourself, working hard, pushing hard, waiting until the day you get out, and then running to become the president of the nation that put you in prison in the first place and not taking out any vengeance on the people that put him there? That's hard. You sitting in this amazingly comfortable chair on your phone with your feet up, selling challenge packs, it's actually not that hard. It's pretty simple to do. It's pretty simple. However, the hard part is the belief. It's that belief that you will do it, that you will achieve it, that you must do it. At Coach Summit this year, Simon Sinek's going to speak. I love Simon Sinek. He's going to talk about your why. Really, that's all it is. People don't buy Beachbody workout programs. I'm sorry to break it to you. People don't buy Shakeology. That's why whenever people ask for scripts or, all those types of things, they never work the same for different people. Different people can use the same script. For one person, it might work amazing and they sell 50 challenge packs. For another person, the same script, they might sell 2. So what's the disconnect? What's that secret that everybody wants? The secret, a lot of it is honestly, it's belief and confidence in yourself. That's why you see people, when they get that belief and that confidence and that I'm unstoppable, people feel that. People want to be around people that are inspiring, that are exciting, that are motivating. And so I always talk about this to my team because for that first step, believing that you can do it, that needs to spill over onto your Facebook, right? I'm going to talk about that a little bit later. Okay, that's the first thing, belief in yourself that you will do it. I would ask you right now to say whether or not you would do it, but I don't want you to blow up the chat window, so don't do that. But if you're sitting there and you're wondering, can I believe it? Can I achieve what I want to do here? Think about that. But think about this as well. You're on the bombshell friggin' dynasty. We have over 45,000 coaches on this team. Do you know how many success stories we have on this team? Lindsay Matway has created one of the most amazing teams in Beachbody history. And you're so lucky to be a part of it. So you have all the right tools. You have the right upline. You have everything you need to be successful. Not that you need all that stuff. You can still be successful no matter what. But you literally have no excuse. You just need that belief in yourself day one. Because some people, it will take them a year to get that belief. Some people, it'll take them 2 years. Some people a week. Some people 3 weeks to get that belief. It just really depends. But step one, you need to have belief. That's why personal development, team calls, all this stuff is so important. Now, the next thing that's really important is your physical or your personal transformation. I'm going to talk later on about 2 stories. Maybe I'll just tell you right now. There's 2 stories that are literally the foundation. Now in Canada, I don't know in the US, in some places you do. In Canada, we have basements, right? If you don't have a basement, your house is pretty wobbly, usually not that great. So you need a solid foundation. The pillars to your business, just like Apple's pillars, all of you could say, right? iPhone, iMac, right? Pillars, iPod, those are the pillars to Apple. Everything else they do, the accounting, the taxes, the hiring, the research, that's all built on top of their pillars, right? What are the pillars to Microsoft? Windows, right? What are the pillars to all these great companies? Tesla, car, but you wouldn't know that really there's other things there. Their foundation, batteries, right? So your foundation is these 2 stories. The first story I'm going to share with you is your physical, your personal transformation. You will be telling this story for the entirety of your coaching business. Some of you might reinvent your story. Some of you might tweak it differently. Some of you might do new programs. But even to this day, you'll hear Lindsay talking about her transformation with P90X, talking about her soulmate program, Shalene Extreme, right? So you need to have your own success story. And let me tell you right now, if you have 200 pounds to lose, that's awesome. That's your story right now. Some people say, I'm going to wait until I kind of get this result and then I'll start. No, that's the biggest mistake you can make as a new coach. You just have to start no matter where you're at. You telling people this is what I'm going to do is going to make them be attracted to that positivity. Okay, so your physical transformation is super, super key. Now, one other thing I wanted to mention on this topic, I kind of forgot to mention this, is in terms of the believing in yourself, one of the tricks and kind of tips that I used day one when I started as a coach, and some of you might be surprised to know this, is Lindsay helped me immensely in the first month. But one of the things that I also did is I also helped myself. And I think a lot of people make this mistake. They rely on the person that kind of brought them into coaching, but they don't reach out and find other mentors that can help them in their business. So what I did starting pretty much the first week of coaching was I went to the back office, I went to recognition section, and I looked at the elite leaderboard. At the time it was different. And I went through and I wrote down the top 10. Every single month it gets outdated. And I would watch exactly what they do, right? Melanie Mitchell, I could tell you right now, even to this day, I still do this. I could tell you what video she posted last week. Megan, Amy, Lindsay, Anita, Bonnie, Brittany, Melissa, Raina, Odell, Mika Folsom. I could tell you exactly what they're doing in their business all the time, right? Because if you take this on as a business and you want to help people the most effective way possible, right? If you were Apple, you would know everything about your competitors. So the fact that probably 95% of you on this call probably haven't even watched all of the videos from all of these people is something to say that maybe you need to spend a little more time with that personal development. And because watching all these things, one thing I did as well is I kind of backtracked and I would watch the videos from when they started coaching. That gave me belief. Because if you watch a video right now from Melanie Mitchell or Megan, you're going to be like, whoa, amazing. They have like titles and video production and all these cool things. But if you go back to like their first few videos, a lot of them are like pretty much, you know, just themselves with not great lighting. And you'll hear them stumble a bit. And that gives you belief that, hey, if they started here and they were able to get to here, then what's stopping me from getting to there? And I did that like every week. I was like, okay, they did this, they did this, they did this. I can do this too, right? I can do this too, okay? So that's very, very important. And there's so much stuff out there. Quite frankly, I will tell you, and any top coach will tell you, probably everyone waits for these team calls, right? They're like, ooh, so-and-so is going to be on this call, or, oh, so-and-so is going to be on the national wake-up call. And that's awesome. But all of those people will tell you that their best content, because we can't talk about everything on this call, right? Their best detailed content for any topic is on YouTube. There's videos and videos and streams of videos just waiting for you, right? So many of you, if I said right now, you know, next week we're going to have Melanie Mitchell on the call, or next week we're going to have someone's on the call, you'd be like, wow, I get to hear from the top coach. And that's great, and that's awesome. And I encourage you to do that. But I also encourage you to dig deeper. You know, peel that onion back and actually go in and see what they're doing. If you have a question on why is it important to become an Emerald coach, sure, listen to me, explain to you why it's so key. But at the same time, go and do your own research and see other top coaches explain it. So you really get that really good, solid understanding. And I'm not telling you that you need to do all of this day one and spend a year doing all this stuff. This is just stuff that you do little bits. You know, 20 minutes a day, 10 minutes a day, one video every other day. It's not a big deal, but it will build up that belief in your brain so that one day you're like, I can do this, no problem, right? So it's very, very important to do that. Your transformation story, as I mentioned, is key. I've been using this transformation story since I became a coach. This picture you see right there, I can tell you, I can point to it. It's the reason why I've earned $500,000 as a Beachbody coach. It's the reason. I tell that story over and over again. And sometimes I'm like, oh man, I gotta tell this story again. And sometimes I'm like, I try and find little things to make it a little more interesting. But it's like my main story. It's like how I lost the weight. Guy does turbo fire, loses 80 pounds, done. Right? That's inspiring to people. So if you don't have a transformation story, get a transformation story and tell the story of how you're doing that. That works too. Right? So it's so key to do that. And I said personal and physical because sometimes it's a mental transformation. Some people are in great shape and they just need to do some mental transforming, and that's fine as well. So if that's yours, then do that. You have to share your transformation story as well on Facebook. Now, the last thing I want to share with you guys on this slide is success loves speed. If you haven't heard this before, this is the key to, I'm not even talking Beachbody here, I'm talking everything. Anything you ever do in your life, if you want to be successful at it, do whatever you were going to do in a year and compress that into, if you can, like a week. And that sounds crazy, but it's absolutely achievable. And I will tell you that if you take massive determined action in 7 days, you'll have more success than spending way more time than that over a year period. I say it all the time. I'm like, if you were to go to the gym, right, once on a Sunday for 8 hours a day, but then you don't go the next 6 days and you come back on Sunday and do it over and over again, you never get any results. So a lot of people approach coaching like that. They check in for a few days and then they check out, right? I'm not calling anyone out on it, but a lot of people do that. They check in for a few days, they come to this call, like, wow, Miguel was inspiring and motivating. I can totally do this. But motivation wears off. So 2-3 days down the road, they kind of check out, oh, it's a long weekend, I got stuff to do, or, I'm going on a trip to Tampa, whatever it is, and they check out. And because they do that, they never really get off the ground. And just like a jet engine, a jet plane, it needs you to pull full throttle on that plane to get it off the ground. But then once you're up in the sky, you can pull it back to 30% and you'll just be coasting. You can't keep it full throttle because you'd freaking go into space, and I don't think anyone wants to do that unless you're Virgin Galactic. But so success loves speed because it inspires people, right? So, for example, Anna this year, she just started this year. She was like, okay, success loves speed. So she goes Emerald coach in like a week, right? Diamond coach in the following month, right? Becomes a top Success Club point earner in Puerto Rico. So that's speed. Success loves speed. And because she's succeeding very quickly, people love that. Right? Because imagine all these people, when you become a coach, here's what happens. I'll tell you right now. All your friends that actually want to do it with you, that are in your close circle, most of them are going to watch for a while. They're like, okay, this sounds awesome. However, I want to see if they stick with it for more than a month. And I want to see what kind of success they have. And then if they have success, then I'll do it. Trust me, my biggest haters from the beginning, they all message me now and they're like, hey, so can you tell me a little more about that whole Beachbody thing you're doing? Like, seems to be working pretty good for you. I mean, you rented a freaking ridiculous yacht in Mexico and you're traveling all the time. How does all that work? So the deal is you have to do this quickly. It's not any more effort. It's just you're compressing that effort into a shorter period of time. So how do you build speed in Beachbody, right? Speed for a plane is like full throttle. Speed for that Lamborghini, right, is like shifting gears and going fast. Speed in your business is rank advancing. Because when you rank advance and people see posts from your coach saying, congrats on so-and-so becoming Emerald, let me tell you a secret. Nobody outside of Beachbody has a freaking clue what Emerald means. All they see is, congrats to you. You are freaking awesome. That's all they see. They see Emerald, they're like, yay. They see Diamond, they're like, yay. It doesn't matter to them whether it's Emerald, Ruby, Diamond, Star Diamond, 15-star Diamond. I mean, sure, they'll probably see way more likes and comments and stuff, but ultimately, rank advancing, you rank advancing quickly in the beginning is what will mean your business goes like this, or your business goes like this, right? And the guy that's doing this is quite frankly putting in probably more work over a longer period of time than the guy that does this. Or I guess I should say lady, because most of the coaches are ladies. So that's how this whole thing works. So rank advancement equals speed, which equals success, which ultimately equals income growth and freedom for you. So the first thing you have to do is become an Emerald coach, like as quickly as possible. And I'm going to show you how I would literally become an Emerald coach in an hour, max. If I was to sign up as a coach right now, I would become an Emerald coach probably in an hour, because I would want to be recognized as someone that just came into Beachbody and became an Emerald coach literally overnight, right? That will get you the attention of your upline. That will get you the attention of your team. That will get you the attention of so many things. So becoming an Emerald coach as quickly as possible is total key to doing this business effectively. Now the second gear, second gear is once you're an Emerald coach, what do you do? Okay, so again, assuming that you can become an Emerald coach fairly quickly, what you need to do is run successful challenge groups. So run great challenge groups. The way that I do them, quite frankly, I'm not going to go into detail on challenge groups because there's a million other trainings on challenge groups. If you want to go Google challenge groups, Beachbody, you'll get literally hundreds of coaches explaining how they all do their challenge groups. I'll tell you the best practice that I use, and I think most of the top coaches do this. Basically, I limit my challenge groups to 30 days. I support them for 30 days. People always ask, well, the programs go longer, some of them. Well, quite frankly, most of my challengers do 21-day fix, so it's actually shorter. So 30 days is perfect. If it's a 90-day workout program, I tell them up front that I'm going to support them online through a challenge group for 30 days. And then if they want, I put them into my bigger group, which is I call it the Miguel Carrasco VIP Fitness Group. And all of my challengers are kind of in there, and they can go in there if they requested. I don't just add every single person that's purchased anything. I put in people that requested to be in that group. So just for like constant kind of motivation, stuff like that. But I do all my challenge groups 30 days. They come in, we run through the challenge groups. All my posts are pretty much automated every single day. Boom, boom, boom. They're all posted every single day, and we have success. Usually in the first week, now this is key, in the first week, I'll kind of gauge to see who is the most kind of inspiring, or who's really posting, or who's messaging me one-on-one and asking me questions. Those are people that are perfect for coaches. Again, I'm not going to get into recruiting from challenge groups too much, but I just want you to know that that's the key, because I'm trying to lay out the steps to do this. Okay, so recruiting from challenge groups is key. Just get that bug in their ear, right? A lot of people wait till the end of the challenge group to ask them if they want to be a coach. Well, that's kind of like inviting someone to do something after the party's over. Like, I love Skrillex, and I'm kind of bummed that Skrillex is coming to Winnipeg, like literally, I think like the day before I go to Nashville. But Skrillex is awesome. So during the party, I went a couple of years ago. It's amazing. It's like a great party. Environment's going. During that party, you can ask someone like, hey, let's do this. Yeah, no problem. Let's do it. But once the party's over, once the lights have gone out and everyone's gone, the party's done. You can't really ask people then. It's pretty hard. So usually what I do is I'll ask people if they'd be interested in coaching, or if they want, that kind of thing in the first kind of week. And then I'll put the bug in their ear. And then near the end of it, I'll ask them again if they haven't done it already. And the other thing I'll say is I don't assume discount. I see a lot of people kind of assume that people might want to be discount coaches. I'll offer that a little bit later on. I'll explain to you how I do discount coaches. But for the most part, I just assume everybody would want to do the business, because Beachbody is the most amazing thing I've ever seen in my life. So I'm freaking pumped and excited about it. And so I want to give everyone that chance to have that same success. So I assume that they're going to be great. They did this study. I was reading it a couple days ago. I can't remember who posted it. It was somewhere in the Dynasty wall. I can't remember exactly how it goes. But they took two groups. I think it was mice or something. They assumed that one group was like the bad mice that were like dumb and silly and stupid and all that kind of stuff. And then they took another group of mice and they said these were the smart rats or whatever. And basically two people were like watching them, or different groups of people were watching them. And as they watched one group, the group of rats that they kind of assumed that were like bad, basically, that were dumb, they were actually doing bad. So the thoughts of the people watching these things were like portrayed onto the mice. And because they were portrayed onto them, they actually performed horribly. The ones that were said to be smarter and more intelligent, they performed way better. Why is that? So my point with all that story is to tell you that what you assume of other people is very likely to be the result. So if you're like, well, my coach, my team, I have a team. How many of you are like this? I have a team and they just never show up to team calls. They never engage in my training. I don't understand why. Chances are it's because you're thinking your team doesn't show up to training, that they're lazy, they don't do stuff. If you assume right now that you have the best team on the planet, that when you invite someone to be a coach, that they're going to jump in and they're going to want to do the business, you will get a lot more coaches that want to jump in and do the business. A lot of it is belief. Now, the second thing I wanted to say on this whole thing is attending events. So I went to my first coach summit in 2013. It was an awesome coach summit. I was right at the back. It was funny. I was like nearly at the back of this workout. There's 8,000 people. But I was so inspired. I got to tell you, if you have not been to Coach Summit, and if you're thinking about going to Nashville, or even if you haven't even thought about going, you need to go to coachsummit.com and check it out and ask your coach to tell you more about it, because It's literally a life-changing experience. I'll tell you this much. I know if a lot of you are new coaches, maybe some of you have been like, okay, well, I don't know enough about it yet, so I'm not going to go this year. Or maybe I'll go next year, or I got something coming up. I'm going to tell you right now, if someone came down and told you, if someone like, say, Richard Branson or someone came down and said, hey, you know what, Jamie, here's the deal for you. I know that if you go to Coach Summit, I know so well that if you go to this thing, your business will explode. Literally, I'm going to give you $1 million right now if you just go. You just go. And if it doesn't change your life, I'll give it back to you. You can give it back to me. Most people would go. Most of you would go and check it out and be like, sweet, I got $1 million. But here's the deal. You have to create that mentality in your own brain. You got to realize that Coach Summit will change your life. Why will it change your life? Because you're going to be surrounded by all these amazing people. Imagine Nashville, 25,000 coaches, 25,000. We're going to shut down the city literally for a live super workout. There's going to be LCDs all over the place. It's going to be an amazing, amazing time. People are going to talk about it for years. For years. And you could be there. You could be there working out with all the trainers. And because you're there, you're going to meet amazing people. My first Coach Summit, I met Scotty Hobbs. I met all these leaders that I wanted so badly to meet and talk to and network with. Because just like any business, you will only be as good as the 5 people you surround yourself with daily. I hate to break it to you, but it's true. So if you look at the 5 people that you surround yourself with daily, and by the way, some of you might say, well, my network of people, I don't have the people that I would want to be in my network. Wrong. They're all available to you. And how is that? Through the internet. See, most mentors now, if you message them or message me, we'll send you a 5-10 minute response, maybe sometimes to some of the questions. But ultimately, if I'm not your personally sponsored coach, I just don't have the time. I need to help the coaches that have signed up with me, just like any other coach. We still help. We put a lot of free stuff out there. We go on these team calls, but we just don't have the time. But there's a trick around all of that, like I already mentioned. Go on YouTube, and anyone can be your mentor. Bill Gates could be your mentor. Warren Buffett, anyone. Steve Jobs, even though he's gone, you can go and read his book. So it's really up to you to find 5 people. So I'm going to ask you to challenge yourself this. Think of who you spend most of your time with, those 5 people. And look at the level of success that you want to have a year down the road. If you want to be a 6-figure income earner at Beachbody, if you want to be one day $1 million earner at Beachbody, look at your circle of friends, people that you have around you that literally affect change in your life by being surrounded by them, and see, is that really where you want to go? Because if it is, awesome. But chances are you might have 1 or 2 people that you might need to fire, right, to make room for a couple of new people. I'm not saying ditch everyone. Now, again, this is kind of the story of how I did it. When I became a coach, I literally, just like when I lost the weight, because I was in the hospital with high blood pressure, so I wanted to get results quickly. And so what I did with that is I stopped going out. I cut out salt, sugars, cut out all alcohol, pop, everything out of my diet, and I lost weight quickly. I started working out every single day because I was on a mission. I created that state in my mind that if I did not do this, I would not be here in a year. And so I had incredible results. When I became a coach, I had that same belief mentality in a couple of weeks. Why? Because, and this is key, because Lindsay reached out to me and she called me and she said, Miguel, you could be one of the greatest coaches in the history of Beachbody. You could be the first diamond coach in Canada. You can do this. And her literally breathing that belief into me changed my life. And so when you're a coach, you need to do that for your coaches as well. And so that breadth of belief only comes at events. And because I was at this event that was only 8,000 coaches, and it was amazing and inspiring, because I did that, the following year, 1 year later, I want you to look at this picture. In this year, I was at the back of that workout by myself, and my wife was like, what kind of scam are you in that you're going to work out with 8,000 people and most of them are girls and you're chatting up on Facebook every single night with all these ladies? I don't understand. 1 year later, right from that picture, I'm literally at the front row and there's 8,000 coaches behind me and I'm doing the live super workout and I'm presenting on stage. How does that happen? I'm telling you, it's belief in yourself, It's these things that I'm telling you right now that you can dive into in more detail later, but these are the core elements for you to achieve success. And share your speed story. This is the second story that you must have, and that's your business success, your diamond success. There's two things you will forever talk about in Beachbody, right? One, your transformation story, and two, how quickly you went diamond. When did you go diamond? Because becoming a diamond, that feeling never happens again, right? 1-star, 2-star diamonds, those are all amazing. That's you helping create other diamonds. But you becoming diamond, that's the story you're going to tell over and over again. Oh man, I finally became a diamond when I did this. All of them. Every single diamond I know will start it off by saying that. They will say, either they will say, wow, I came in and I crushed it and I became a diamond in X days, which is awesome. Or B, they will tell you, I became a diamond when I finally decided to become a diamond. When I finally did these things. Or what were they? Were they tricks? Were they some secret formula that you figured out? No, it was just, I actually just did what my coach was telling me to do, and I stopped believing in other people that were telling me it wasn't going to work. So that's a big thing. So you got to share your speed story, because I'll tell you, if I was on this call right now like this, okay? Hey guys, how's it going? Yeah, I signed up as a coach 2 years ago. I'm an Emerald Beachbody coach. I'm ranked 150,000 in the company. I've sold 3 challenge packs this year. And I'm pushing hard though, this third year. This is going to be my go year. It's going to be awesome. Most of you would leave this call absolutely immediately. And I'm not saying that for any other reason than to explain to you the difference. Now here's the difference. If I come on this call, right, and I'm like, hey guys, I am the top Beachbody coach in Canada, not 1 year, not 2 years, not 3 years in a row, but I'm going to be the top coach in Canada again this year. I am the top income earner. I've earned $500,000 as a Beachbody coach as of this Thursday, deposited into my bank account, right? I've helped create 20 other diamond coaches that are also extremely successful, and many of them have left their full-time jobs. Join my team. I'm going places. I'm going to go there whether you jump on this train or not. You can either be in Mexico with me next year, you can be on the SS Beachbody with me next year, the largest Oasis of the Seas, one of the largest boats in the world, or you cannot. But I'm going there. So who's coming with me? It's a very big difference. And that difference, anyone can have it like that. It's just a matter of believing it and achieving it and just doing it. But so many of you will get wrapped up in the day-to-day, and you'll be motivated tonight, and then tomorrow, when it's up to you to make the decision, do I plan this weekend to go out to the bar and have a great time and hang out with my friends? That's your choice. Or, okay, am I gonna focus for, say, let's say the next 30 days. I'm gonna push hard and I'm gonna run for the next 30 days because I wanna earn what Miguel's earning. And I'm telling you right now, there's some coaches on my team that are on board to make much more than I did, much quicker than I did, right? So you can totally do this, but you need that speed. You have to have that speed. Without that speed, nothing happens. It's too slow. You will quit. I would quit. So why would other people want to do it with you? You need speed. You need speed, okay? So, and here's a cool picture, by the way. This was my first Super Saturday, right? We had like 3 people. My last Super Saturday in Winnipeg, we had over 300 people, right? How does that happen? It's just keep doing it over and over again. Keep inviting people. Keep sharing my story. Most people want to see if you're successful at anything. It's not just Beachbody, guys. It's anything. If you were a brand new lawyer, no CEO from some Fortune 500 company is going to be like, hey, because we grew up together, I know you're a brand new lawyer, but you're awesome. So therefore, I'm going to give you my entire business. No, that never happens. That never happens. No matter what you do, if someone just gets his mechanic stuff and he opens a new shop and you have, let's say you buy a brand new R8, right? Really nice car, by the way, Audi. You buy a brand new R8 or a Q50 Infinity, my car. you're not going to take it to the new guy. You're going to take it to the dealership. You would drive, you would ship that car down, make sure it's good. However, if that lawyer becomes successful and sticks with it and gets his rank advancements of continuing to grow and becomes partner, then you would give that person your business. So a lot of this stuff is just testing you to see if you're going to stick with it and actually do it, right? So it's very, very key, very important. Third gear, and unfortunately, this is the last gear we're going to go into, and then I'm going to give you guys my 7-step guide, and we're going to end the call. So there are some other gears, but maybe if I do another call, I'll get into the star diamond gears, but this is a very important gear. Okay, third gear, now you're a diamond coach, because if you do what I've already told you, you will become a diamond coach, and if you missed it, I'm going to give you the step-by-step guide right after this slide. So third gear, once you become a diamond coach, once you are a diamond coach, here's what you got to do. You got to inspire and motivate your team. You got to get them excited. Give them a mission. Anyone on my team will tell you, anyone on Lindsay's team will tell you, this is much more than Beachbody. This is much more than workout programs. This is much more than Shakeology. This is a part of being a part of something, right? Being a part of something that has the potential to change the world. You know, Carl has really figured out an amazing formula to help solve the problem of obesity in a fun way. And we're almost like pioneers. We're just in Canada and the US alone. We have so many countries to launch still. You're literally ground floor, almost lower than ground floor. This thing hasn't even hit full throttle yet, right? So your big goal is to inspire and motivate your team to understand what you understand. Because think about it this way. You're like, wow, there's 344 people on this call. But there's also 45,000 coaches plus in the Bombshell Dynasty, right? So where is everybody else, you might be thinking? Well, here's the thing. Most people just check out. Getting on this call wasn't hard, right? You click a link, a button, the call comes on, right? If you're on the computer. If you're on, you might have some technical issues, but hypothetically speaking, you click a button and you're on the call. So out of 45,000 people, 344 thought it was important enough to click the button and get on a call. This is a good opportunity for you. This is an opportunity for you to realize that you're actually not competing against 300,000 coaches. You're competing with a number far less. And all you have to do is push play and work out and get on the team calls, right? Give your coaches the getting started right call. When you sign up a coach, what did your coach do? They had a getting started right call with you, right? For 30 minutes, or a meet and greet together with you for 30 minutes. They laid things out for you. They introduced themselves to you, right? After that, what do? You get them to invite in the first 7 days. You have to do that. If you have a new coach, I'm telling you right now, you got 7 days to get them engaged and doing stuff. After 7 days, they're actually, it was funny, and I heard this on the radio or something. Someone was saying, women, is this true? I don't even know. Women buy shoes and they might not even wear the pair of shoes they buy. They might buy a pair of shoes, put them up, and not ever wear them, and then eventually give them away one day and be like, oh, well, I'm never going to use those shoes, so I'm just going to give away that pair of shoes. So many people will do things with the best intentions. Like they want to work out, and they're tired of being broke and don't want to be 70 and have credit card debt and bills. They're tired of working 52 weeks a year. They want to work whenever they want to work. They don't want to have a 9 to 5. Some people do, some people don't. But the problem is that they kind of just lose faith. They don't know what to do. And so I think what I do very well is I tell my coaches, all my new coaches, I put them in the exact same groups. I give them the exact same stuff. I ask them the same questions. Do you want to do this now or do you want to do this later? I want to do this now. Great, let's do it. And I give them 120%. I give them all the same. Now, some of them push and some of them don't push. But I always feel good at the end of the day that it's like, you know what? I did what I said I would do. So you have to do that for your coaches too. Sometimes we forget that. We're so excited that, yeah, I got a coach. Great. I'm going to get another coach. Great. I'm going to get another coach. I got a challenger. Awesome. I got another challenger. You forget that now you are their coach. So you need to get them started right and have a call. You're like, well, I don't even know how to do that. I don't know how to do it. I didn't start writing a call. I don't even know what I'm doing. Doesn't matter. Like the third day after being a coach, I was getting started right calls. And I remember my first coach I signed up, I was actually about to quit Beachbody. After 1 week of being a coach, I talked to about 50 people, and all of them said no. And a few of them had some nasty things to say about an IT guy going into fitness. And I just about quit. And then one of my friends goes, hey, I'm calling you back because you're always pretty successful at what you've tried. So I'm going to bank on that, and I'm going to sign up as a coach. Can we meet tomorrow? And I remember hanging up the phone and literally, and I said this on stage, so I'll say it now. I hung up the phone. I'm like, oh, shit. I got to figure this out. That's literally what I went through. And the next day, I was like, that night, I was like, okay, I got to figure this out. I got to come up with a system. I got to figure out team calls. We got to start team calls. I met up with her. And I was like, hey, this is what we're doing. And our next team call's on Monday. So make sure that you invite 3 people to come to that team call. And my first team call had like 3 people. And then my next team call had 7, 8, 10, 20, 40, 50, 80, 100, 120, 150. That's how these things grow. A lot of people say, I'm going to wait until I'm successful before I start doing my started right calls. I'm going to wait until I have diamond before I'm going to do my team calls. Well, you're never going to become diamond if you don't do those things. I'm going to wait and wait. That's like everyone's favorite word. I'm going to wait until my vacation's over. I'm going to wait until this happens. I'm going to wait. That's why you're broke. That's why you're in debt. That's why you don't have the results that you deserve, right? I'm being real honest with you because I love you guys and I want you to understand this, right? Get them on team calls. There's so many coaches like you on here. I promise you, probably a lot of you have 5, 6, 7 coaches that aren't on this call right now. And if I was to ask you one-on-one, did you spend the last 7 days with those people telling them the importance of the team calls, telling them they needed to make it on this call? I promise you, you didn't, right? So sometimes it's a reshifting of time as well. Maybe instead of scrolling Facebook endlessly or coming up with a post and taking too long to do that, maybe you message your existing team and tell them, hey, let's get on this call. You know, if you're spending 95% of your time trying to find new people, maybe shift and spend 40% of your time working with what you have and 60% finding new ones. And you'll see your results like skyrocket. Like literally, I work the corporate world. This is no different than the corporate world. If you hire on a new employee, you have to put them through the same steps so that they give you the same results as the other employee so that you have a chance. And training a new employee is hard. If you hire that new employee and you let him sit there at a desk, you could be paying them whatever the heck you want. If he doesn't know what to do, he's going to do nothing. And by the way, if he doesn't know what to do, that employee is sitting on that desk that you're paying whatever six figures a year to do nothing because you think he's going to figure it out. Guess what else he's going to do after about a week? He's going to quit. So this is the same thing, right? So get them on team calls, get them to do their invite, and provide them the best training possible. I tell all my coaches, if you put in 100% effort, I'll put in 100%. You put in 20%, I'll put in 20%. You know, I know what I'm doing. My time is valuable, and I want to spend it with people that appreciate that. And I hope you do as well because your time is valuable as well, right? All right. How to get to diamond in 7 days? And we got 10 minutes left, so we'll be right on time. How to get to diamond in 7 days. This is literally the step-by-step process. Like I said, the call is being recorded. If you want to write it down, you can. I'll try and put the slides up somewhere as well. So here is the exact steps I would do to become a diamond coach in 7 days, maybe even less. And when I say this, I know this is true because I did it for my 3rd business center. I can't remember exactly how long my 2nd business center took, but I did it for my 3rd business center. So I went diamond pretty much immediately. So I'm not just saying this to tell you it, I'm telling you what to do. This is what you do. So the first thing you would do is you would sign up your spouse as a coach. Again, I'm not going to go into why and all that stuff. That's the first thing I would do. If you don't have a spouse, you know, whatever, boyfriend, girlfriend, whatever it is, that would be my first coach, okay? And I would put them on my weak leg, okay? I'm not going to get into strong leg, weak leg. Beachbody by default should put your first coach on your weak leg. So you sign up your first coach, spouse, or whatever. Because basically, trust me, if you're going to crush it, and if I were to ask you, you're all going to crush it, because I told you, number one is belief. So if you're going to crush this business, everything you do after you sign up that coach, a lot of that, from the income perspective, is going to go under that spouse that you sign up. It's almost like if you were to start a company, right? You have one chance to put your spouse as like the director level right with you in that business. And if you wait a year and you sign up the next Lindsay Matway or Scotty Hobbs or Melanie Mitro, you lost your chance. And that person could come as your second coach. Because my second coach was one of my best coaches of all time. So I'm speaking from experience. So first thing I would do, sign up my coach. My spouse is my coach. Second thing, I would sign up my mom and dad as my second coach on the other side of my business. That's how I would do it. And so literally within an hour of signing up as a coach, if I were to sign up right now, within an hour, I would tell my wife, I'd be like, you got to sign up, or like I did, steal her credit card. I'm not telling you to steal credit cards, just to be legally safe. Sign them up, and then I would call my mom or dad and be like, hey, mom, dad. And you're like, well, what do I say? It's very simple. You say, I'm going to pretend I don't know anything about Beachbody, okay? This is what I would say. Hey, mom, dad, like, I am so freaking passionate and pumped about this thing. I know you don't know much about it. Frankly, I don't know much about it. All I know is that Beachbody is amazing. They've created P90X, all these amazing workout programs, Insanity. I love health and fitness. I want to make a big difference in people's lives. I've started this business. I just need you to help me and support me for the first month. All you got to do is sign up with a challenge pack and try a workout with me. It'll mean the world to me if you do this for me, mom and dad. That's it. And they sign up as a coach, and they do the workout with you, and you get healthy together. Your spouse is doing it together. So the win-win is your spouse and your mom and dad are going to get healthy together. So day one, within an hour, I'm an Emerald coach. Boom. What does that do? The next day, or whenever the rank advancement comes out, your coach is going to say, congratulations, Miguel. You became an Emerald coach. And they're going to do a nice little write-up for you. Now all these people are going to see like, wow, they just started this thing, and like they're already having success, right? So we're just on day one here, okay? The third thing I would do, I would post a before and after invite, challenge group invite. And I purposely didn't put Facebook because you can use anything. Like people are so worried, and it blows my mind because I guess I've been in IT like forever, since I was like 12, professionally since I was like 18, and I'm 35 now, so I've been in it forever. I've seen things come and go, guys. I was online before there was literally a web browser. There was something called Mosaic that came out, but I used stuff called Pine, all this stuff. I went through the MySpace up and down. Facebook will go up and down. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter what happens or what comes and goes, right? Posting a before and after challenge invite on whatever platform you want to post it on is the same thing. Whether you like Instagram, YouTube, Snapchat, Facebook, Periscope, I could keep going, guys. There's so many out there. If you post them on all of them, awesome. But I would post a before and after challenge invite. What's my challenge invite? It's not salesy. If you post something salesy, guess what? You're not going to get any results. So it's going to be a very personal story. Here's what I'm going through. Here's what I went through in my life. Here's what I'm going to do. Here's what I have done, whatever, with the relevant picture. If you already got the results, great, before and after. If you haven't, you'd have a current picture and of yourself, just being honest in what you're about to do with maybe your 21-day fix containers, maybe with your self-drink and Shakeology. Telling people what you are about to do, just so you understand, is almost more powerful than achieving the result, right? It's called a whisper campaign in marketing terms. So telling people this is what I'm about to do makes people go, oh man, I got to get on this, because once they do that, this is going to friggin' explode. Man, if that person can lose, if Miguel can lose 80 pounds, if he does that, he's going to have so many people. This is going to be crazy. I'm totally going to become a coach. So there's no friggin' excuses, guys. It doesn't matter where you're at. If you got the results already, awesome, right? If you already look great, maybe you struggled with eating disorders, all these other things that I've talked to people about. There is a story in there. You got to figure that out. So you write the story, and then at the end, just a little hook. Join my challenge group. I'm giving back. I want to start a challenge invite. Very small. Whoever wants to join my, bikini body before summer challenge, leave a comment or message me. That's it, right? With a picture of you. There should be no way that someone can figure out, in my opinion, that it's 21-day fix, that it's Beachbody, anything. They should not be able to figure out that you're selling anything. What they should be able to figure out is, wow, I'm inspired. Wow, I want in that group. That's it. If you do that, you're going to have success. So that's what I would do day 2. And because I would do that on day 2, the second thing I would do, 2 hours after that invite, there'd be a video of me working out. Whether I was overweight or already lost the weight, there'd be a video of me working out. And then 3 hours after that, there would be a video of me making a recipe, right? And 2 hours after that, there might be a motivational video, a post from me, a video, a picture, whatever it is, right? So I would do that over and over again. Post a video, post a recipe, post a motivational quote. Post a video, post a recipe, post a... Some of you might be saying, well, that seems like a lot of work. It seems like a lot of work. Yeah, okay, here's the thing. I just told you that this is what I did to earn $500,000 in Beachbody in less than 2.5 years. So if you want to do that, you can, and you can have a life where you can literally work whenever you want. We calculated, based on the income that we're making right now, if we were working a 40-hour job, if you're working a 40-hour job, and this is in Canadian dollars, I can't remember exact numbers, so don't quote me, but it was we make about $729 an hour. And the reason that came up is I went to see a lawyer a couple days ago, and his rate, I can't remember what it was, $450 or $500 an hour. And I was like, I wonder what my rate would be. And yeah, my rate's about $730 an hour. But here's the thing, I can do whatever the heck I want for those 40 hours. So if you want that, you have to do that. It's not a lot of time. What I'm telling you to do here could be done in about 5 hours a day, okay? So yes, it's a lot of work, but I promise you that I look at anyone, almost anyone, and I could point out 5 hours in a day that you're probably wasting either scrolling Facebook, posting stuff that's useless, doing fun stuff. Nothing, I'm not against fun, guys. If you look at my Facebook, I have a lot of fun, trust me, okay? But I also believe in hard work. And I'll tell you right away, there's 1 million people that are better at challenge groups. There's 1 million people that are better at inviting, recruiting, all that stuff. But nobody on this earth, I will look them in the face, if I'm pushing, is going to outwork me. Believe me, I work hard. And so 5 hours a day for 7 days, you can do this. Video, recipe, daily motivational quote. That's the formula. And I would make sure that every single day, I would be having 20 conversations every single day, whether it's through Facebook Messenger. So if I post this invite, let me explain. If I post this invite on Facebook and I get 10 people messaging me, I would message those 10 people. That's 10. If I get 30, that's 30. I got 20 for this day, 10 for the next day, right? And so if I don't get enough response, maybe I'd go on Instagram, right? Maybe I'd go on YouTube and make a video. Maybe I'd go on Snapchat. Maybe I turn on Periscope, whatever it is, right? I would find a way. And ultimately, if after all of that, I have nothing, that would tell me that the people that I have on my Facebook or on social media just aren't connecting with my message right now. And here's the key, but if I continue to do what I'm doing, the video, the daily recipe, and the motivation quote, then I will have great success, so I'm going to keep doing that. But I would also add in other things. I would be like, okay, I got to go to a community club. I got to run a fit club on Wednesday, right? To get people there, to get the name out, to show people what's going on. Success loves speed. So every single day, I would commit to having 20 conversations. I would go onto people's Facebooks and start liking their stuff, right? One of the tricks that I use, I know a lot of top coaches use, and it's not really a trick, it's just what we do is we go through our Facebook and we look at people that we think would be great challengers or coaches, and I, at least, this is what I do, I guess, is I add them to a custom list on Facebook. I create a custom list on Facebook, and I say, oh, great coach. Sometimes I'll be sitting there watching TV, and I'll be like, great coach, this person would be a great coach. Oh, great challenger, great coach. And then any given day, if I'm looking for new challenge pack sales, I will just sort that list on Facebook, show me all my challengers, and I'll go in and like their posts and comment on things, but not just like hit like and not just like, hey, what's up, but like thoughtful stuff. I'll scroll till I find something that I could add some value to, and I'll add in some value, right? If there's someone from high school that I think could be a great coach, I'll look at them and I'll scroll through the list and I'll start messaging with them. I'll start talking to them. So every single day I'd have 20 conversations, no matter what. At the end of 7 days, if you do this and you have 20 conversations, you're going to have 140 conversations in your pocket. Trust me, out of 140 conversations, you're going to have probably 20 to 30 challengers. Depends on how good your skills are at all that kind of stuff. And out of that, a lot of what I do right here, and here's how I look at it, I like to control my own destiny. I don't like leaving anything up to other people. So what I do is out of those 20 or 30, all I really need out of that, if I've already signed up, my mom and my spouse, that's 2 coaches. So all I really need is 10 coaches. 10. And you're wondering why diamonds supposedly need only 8 coaches. Okay, but here's how I look at it. I look at it like I need 6 more coaches for me personally, and then I need 2 for my mom and 2 for whoever else I signed up, right? So that's how I look at it. And so what I do is, as I'm signing up those coaches, I'll just offer them. I'll tell them, hey, by the way, I know you're really pumped. And you can sense it. If someone's asking you questions about Shakeology, it's very easy to say, hey, I know you're super pumped about Shakeology, so if you want, I can get you set up with a 25% discount. It works out in Canada, so don't quote me for US. It works out all in savings because you got to pay for the fee to be a coach. It works out to you're saving about $15 a month. So since you're going to stay on Shakeology, it's no extra costs up front. It's exact same cost. It's just the next month you're going to pay the discounted 25% less on Shakeology. It's easier if we set it up for you right now. So I'm going to set you up that way, right? So most people will say, yeah. So if I'm signing up 30 challengers, and if all I do out of those 30, I get 10 to sign up as a coach, that's all I need. I'm a diamond coach. It's that easy, guys. And I say that carefully because I know a lot of you have been pushing for diamond for a very long time. So I understand how that can be difficult. And I've helped coaches do it that have been trying for 2.5 years. So I have them on my team. It's just that really, this is the step-by-step plan to become a diamond in 7 days. And I tell this every time. If it takes them 2 years to become a diamond coach, I will tell you if someone takes literally 2 years and 1 week to become a diamond coach, I would tell them, actually, it took you 2 years to get the belief in yourself to do the steps that you're seeing right now. And then it took you 7 days to execute the steps. It takes people 7 days to become diamond. That's roughly the time frame. It's more so how much learning do you have to do in your belief system in order to be able to achieve it. So last thing I want to say on this is this. There's 2 stories you're going to tell. And I would ask you what they are, but you're going to blow up the chat again. So 2 stories. Number 1 is your before and after. Number 2 is your business speed success story. So if you're a new coach, you're lucky. You've heard something maybe that hasn't been taught before, right? And it's very important that you take advantage of that and that you become an emerald coach as quickly as possible, right? That you rank advanced to diamond as quickly as possible, right? And yes, those discount coaches might never do the business, but some will. And you're going to continue to do this over and over again. And as you learn the skills, there's a 4th gear and a 5th gear and a 6th gear in this whole story. We're not going to get into that today. But those are the gears where you actually build up your business further and further. But trust me, guys, if you believe in yourself and you take action, and you take this opportunity. I know it's hard. I know, especially if you're a new coach, I know it's weird. If you're a spouse listening and you're probably like, this sounds weird. Hopefully you realize the potential and the power that you have in front of you right now to literally change not just your life, but change the world through the good acts that you're going to do. So with that, guys, I hope this was useful to you. I'll put the recording up as soon as I can. I hope you live with passion, and I hope you dream the extreme. Take it easy, folks. That's how you change the world.